So I've got a bit of a problem with the window washers. When I pull back on the stalk and the window washers squirt, I get a tiny amount of washer liquid out of there. I discovered most of it is dumping underneath. Now, there's nothing underneath here today. I'm just going to hopefully see if I can find out what's going on. So when I squirt the washers, a lot of it dumps underneath and it comes pouring underneath here. That little spot there is just some WD-40. So looking online, apparently under the washer tank, which you can access by removing that push kind of panel pin there, and then there's two 10mm nuts to undo here. That one there, which I've put some WD-40 on. You need to turn your wheel to the right. This is on the left hand side of the car, UK car, passenger side. Turn the wheel to the right, then you can get to it. There's a 10mm there, and there's a 10mm there, and then that's one of those fastener things that you need. You can get a screwdriver probably behind it, but I've got the special tool for that. So I put a bit of WD-40 on. They were pretty stiff, these 10mm knots, but I've got them loose now, so I'll get those off. So I've just been using pliers because it was kind of the easiest way of getting a grip on them, and the actual 10mm spanner I've got, sorry for the fingers, was going to strip it. So now I've got these on. I've got them a little bit loose. It should unwind. I could probably put the spanner on it now actually, but they're plastic. Right, so let me get those off. So I think behind here you can get to the reservoir, and apparently there's some pipe which can pop off at the bottom. So instead of putting the water out through the windscreen squirters, it's just dumping it on the floor. So it's not leaking from the bottle, I think it's leaking from the bottom of the bottle. So hopefully, from what I've read, if we can get this panel aside and I can unscrew this and it comes undone, and we have access to this reservoir. So I'm having a bit of trouble getting this top one undone because it was just turning round on itself. So what I've done is used the panel pin remover tool behind the plastic inner wheel arch thing to create some forward pressure, which is working, so I can unscrew the nut so it just doesn't just keep turning. But by putting that tool behind and levering up a bit, that's creating forward pressure so I can unscrew it. So those are those plastic screw things I've took off, nut things, sorry. I did have to apply some pressure behind because they were kind of spinning on themselves. Both of them needed a bit of pressure behind. So now with that tool, we're going to take this one off. So there's the wheel. This is what we're looking at. There's that one there. That one there. And then there's the one There. Sorry about the focus. So once we've got those undone, hopefully we can pull this back and be able to see the fluid bottle. So it's metal, this one, in the middle. Don't want to break it. It's flexing against the liner. I've never taken this one off before, so I'm not quite sure how it works. Yeah, no, it's not metal. I thought it was metal behind there. It's just shiny. It is black plastic. Let's pop that off. That should come out. Problem with the wheel on, there's not a lot of room behind here. Ideally, you could probably take the wheel off to do this. I need to do this with 2 hands. Yeah, I had to use 2 hands to pull that out. It's pretty stiff, but there you go. Now hopefully we can pull that liner back and see what we got. So you need to pull the liner kind of back that way, then back that way. So kind of that way, then that way. And let's see what we've got under here. Jam this a bit out of the way. Well, in a lot of cases this does, well, it does give you access to the fluid bottle. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes you can get to the top and there's a pipe off, but in my case I just use the windscreen washers and it's not coming out of here, it's coming from here. It's dumping fluid near electrics as well. I think it's to do with this here. This pipe might slightly come off. I'm hoping it's just come down or not. Let's have a look. Or it's split or something. There's a lot of water here. It's definitely coming from this point. So I found the issue, I think. I haven't tested it yet. This connector here for the window washer pipes, this was out of its little notch. Plus that notch is split at the bottom. I'm guessing that's not meant to be like that. So at some stage it's been pulled down, probably broke that, and it was sitting somewhere down here. So it wasn't completely off, but the water is coming down, and not good actually, because it goes over electrics and things. So I'm going to test it now, see if it all works and doesn't leak, and then perhaps I'll put a tight cable tie around there to hold this on, so there shouldn't be too much pressure. As long as that doesn't fall out of there, we should be in business. And if it does stop working again, I'll know what the culprit is. Then it's a matter of putting that inner wheel arch back together. But I did Google, and a lot of times you get that inner wheel arch liner off, you can get to the reservoir bottle, which is under there, and sometimes I think there's a pipe or something at the bottom which can come off. So that's another tip if you have got a problem with your window washers leaking everywhere. Probably look at this first, because that's the easiest thing. Just take the battery tray compartment off, which I didn't show you, but it's just two, where are we? You turn those two things, they sit in there. That clips forward like that, it comes off very easily, and then you can get to that. So let's give this a go. brilliant, that's working. Ever since I've had this car, it's not been working properly, it's just been dribbling out, and I thought there must be some kind of problem. And even on one of the previous MOTs, they mentioned about poor water washer pressure. So what we had is a really simple fix, I think. It just come out of that notch. So if your window washers stop working, it may be that that's popped out of there. So what I'm going to do while I'm here now is put a cable tie on that to create a little bit of pressure around it. So I've just put a cable tie around this. I'm going to tighten that up now, snip it off, because I think that one, as you can see, is split at the bottom, so I don't want it coming off again. So I'm going to try this, see how we get on. If it comes off again, this is easy to get to. I'll just have to order this cross T section, which is probably a fortune, isn't it? But let's see if this works. So there you can see I've put the cable tie on it. I've tightened it up as tight as I can. I don't want to break anything, but that is nice and tight on there, so I'll just clip that off. So that's nicely clipped off. Don't have to worry about it sticking out a little bit. No one's going to really see it. And hopefully that will keep this whole thing together so this pipe doesn't come out again. That's the plan anyway. Now to put the wheel arch liner back again. Pop it back, slip it under there, half turn those. Now I've got to put the wheel arch liner back, which is simple as tucking it under all this, which I have to need two hands to do, and get those two nuts and the fixing pin, and then we're good to go. I hope this helps. If you have got a problem with your window washers, look under the bonnet first, see if that T fitting has come off. If not, you can get to the reservoir bottle in a fashion anyway, by turning the wheel to the right on the passenger side and undoing this wheel liner, pulling that out, and it should give you enough room. I don't know if you can see this or not, to get to all that. Alright, thanks. So when you're putting this back, make sure you put that bit into the metal tab there that has a hole in it. That's the back of your panel clip, because I put it the other side and I couldn't do it. So I'm not used to these. So pop that in first into there, and then those ones you pop the liner back onto the bolts to locate it. Then you can screw those on by putting lots of pressure like that, so it catches the thread, otherwise it'll just keep turning round. So kind of push up as you turn, don't over tighten them, don't want to thread them, just want them to hold on. Hopefully this corner will pop on. So this is important as well, you've got to slide. So before you put the bolts, locating bolts in, pull the wheel arch liner, bend it a bit, and you want to get it in between, sorry about this, there and here. Do you see what I mean? So you've got to slip in between there. So then we can push it home, which I can't do with one hand. Push that home and then do the others. I've got it on the holes through the bolts, but without the nut actually on, just to locate it. And I've got that slid into its right position. I'm just going to push that panel pin thing in, hopefully, without bending the metal tab that it's going into, like that. And that's in. I've probably done, I don't know if I've done this right or wrong, but I couldn't do it round the other way, where the bit that locates into the hole was on this side. It only seems to work when it's on the metal side with the this in between. Now that's nicely in there. Now just do up the nut. Yeah, so that's all done. Ooh, what's going on? Yeah, it's had some new front discs and pads, and I put replacement roof on it myself, which I bought from eBay for £350 delivered, I think it was. Really nice condition one. Just took my old roof off, which I'm keeping, and I put that one on. Just swapped it. The old roof, the plastic panel, the stitching was gone, literally gone. I think a cat had been sitting on there weeing because it stunk of pee, cat pee. I think that rotted out all the stitching, but that was from the previous owner. We haven't got too many cats around here. Cats like to sit on soft top roofs, and I think sometimes they like to have a pee, then it rots out the stitching. Thanks, cats. Anyway, so yeah, 3.2 for the car. It's done 111,000 miles. So I'm probably into it for nearly £4,000 after nearly a year of ownership, just doing bits and bobs as and when they need doing. The next thing is the micro switch on the driver's door, because the window isn't dropping down now, so I'm getting the double beep 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 every time I go to open it. So I have to go through the passenger door, or kind of carefully open it to pop the window out of here. It does do it without breaking it, but you've got to be careful. That's my only option. Drop the window to shut it, then use the remote. You keep hold of the button and it pops the window up. So yeah, not ideal, but it does the job. Anyway, I'll fix that. It's a sunny day, I want to go out for a drive. Take care, guys.